Good day everyone, back with some more compulsive gambling in our compulsive gambling game. As you can see, the next time gate's lifted, so we can move along for a little bit. However, before we do anything else, might as well see if we can get something shiny from FP Gacha. It's about what I expected. Okay, let's move on along. Suppose this is fine.
Crazy Matt Bushido とりあえずそんな感じよ。政権解放。
Well, I got some crits.
前例を見せる。修羅になるわ。いいですね。それにほんと使おうか。羅刹と化すわ。
Okusai, you disappoint me.
修羅になるわ。羅刹と化すわ。
Easy enough.
ドイツ語の辞書を準備するわ。
I don't want to do this. Could just clear.
お任せよ。
Take the chance that one of those crits and perhaps kill them. Doesn't particularly matter. It's not like this is much of an inevitable fight. Not so much for that dream. However, this will be the last turn. Because Buster Go Boom. Speaking of Buster going boom, don't know if anyone's seen the news about JP's got their anniversary all started up, and Tomovich is the anniversary servant. A bit of a surprise considering she's still heavily involved in the story at the moment, as in still actively doing things. And she's quite interesting. She's an AoE Buster assassin So she has a damaging NP that's sort of an offensive buster version of Tarmocaster's NP, where instead of healing your party, it obviously damages the enemy, but it retains the charge the entire team's NP gauge based on overcharge, 10 to 30%, so that's nice. But her skills are pretty spectacular. She's basically a buster version of Scotty, so that's pretty interesting. 50% battery. She even makes buster cards for 1/7. Charge 10% MP gauge each time you hit something with them. So may enable some buster looping shenanigans. And of course, yet again, new support comes out. You see thousands of YouTube comments, Reddit comments, Discord comments, insert various nest of myths the members here. Completed mission. Oh, we have to get to 66 million. This is what we were finding out. But yes, you have the usual suspects with their comments. Oh no, Maryland's dead now. Because apparently, you know, adding something else that's good that also buffs the same card must mean the old thing is unusable now, even though he was still like the second strongest support in the entire game. Whatever. The thing is, just like Scotty, she's all offense support-wise. Whereas he is offense and stole. It's kind of important. Kind of very important. I don't have to change anything here, do I? This looks right. Having another one of those days where I got out of bed, but I didn't quite wake up. But yeah, she's like Buster Scotty in that she's full on offense. Whereas Marilyn and Talamo provide both. So just like Tamamo and Caster Otoria, Marilyn and Veach would work well together, which is amusing. This is less than desirable. Need some more MP game.
れね叩くわ
I'm going to hope.
そら修羅になるわ
Okay. I'm going to hope none of these. Yeah, that doesn't happen. Alright, it's fine, it's fine. We had it's the backup plan.
羅刹と化すわ
Something strange was happening while I was grinding off stream during the time gate, where I feel like on stream she was consistently one-shotting this boss with her MP, but for whatever reason, as soon as it got off stream, she started consistently getting it down to like 100 health, and then this MP went into the void, and then like her follow-up attack would like get this one down to like there. And it's like, wait a minute, calling shenanigans
ド
game.
イツ語の辞書を準備する
So
わ
I've been starting to do this just
炎
for
は獣に竜は我が手に鎖を破壊し命の鎖を引き
just to be safe.
カーボルトフォイアドラヘ
And now she's back to killing again.
イロコはさっき
Oh boy, here she goes to killing again. Don't know why I'm hesitant. This is what I need to do. So I don't have to use me. I still have to use my guts. Shame. 2%. We got one of the dancing coins. Barry might have reached out of required amount in one run
行
here.
くわさあ大波だピョーンとつこうか
So we'll likely have to go through
上
again.
がったな水曜の大波行くぞエヴァ 叩くわ行くわそれね
Shiva's a pretty decent single target caster. It's just she's story locked,
チリア
unfortunately. That and she's very similar to the welfare caster shooting, but caster shooting. Yeah, actually trolling. 103,000 away. That's nice, though. We take more of those. So I'll just repeat. But caster shooting being your welfare means you're very likely to get her at MP5, whereas since Shiva's
サンタナが吹いてるさあ
not a welfare, and on top of that is story locked, and her banners, her radar banners are practically non-existent. The odds of you having at a high enough MP to out-damage shooting is very low, unfortunately. Unless you wail for her a bit.
修羅になるわピョーンとつこうかそら来いそらはっ
We call that a perfect opening. At both their MPs, she got enough charge that with 30% battery and the 10% from here, we're good to go. Even if she didn't gather anything in this town. Now what you go, all go awry though. Something sketchy happens.
ドイツ語の辞書を準備するわ。炎は獣に、竜は我が手に。くさびを破壊し、命の鎖を引きちぎる。ペルカーボルト、フォイアドラーヘン。エドコはサツキの恋の吹き流し。フリフリクローン、青い同年義経、ヨーロカムダ、ショコ。羅刹と化すわ。
Now see, that just wasn't very nice of you. It just wasn't very nice at all. Would have been funny to get the dancing coin this time. Just sort of a slap in the face for not getting it earlier. Doing this purely because we can just end this time. Uh-oh. Oh. Bugger. That was a strong one. There we go. Now we're done with that casino for a while, but should be. I think that was the last limit until we hit yet another time gate. Now there's just a bunch of story fights in a row. Now this is an interesting fight. So the main boss is Bashimit. She's an alter ego. And she has 4 health bars. Luckily, each health bar, as well as the other 2 servants that don't have health bars, are all quite low health. Like each one of her health bars has 36k HP, and then the Berserker and Archer have around 20k each. And for each health bar we break of theirs, our party gets a bunch of buffs, or a very handy buff for each one we break, just to make the fight that much easier. So pretty amusing, honestly. I'm pretty sure Resh could quite easily solo this. Well, no, I have no doubt she could, but again, we gotta get Bond on here, so We can't. Shame. Speaking of bombs, what could we be? Okay, she's already at bomb 6. He isn't, so we'll swap out him. He's more useful anyway because in the very unusual chance that we lost 2 members, one member, he would have defensive advantage over, because again, alter egos do reduce damage to knight classes and do bonus damage to cavalry like riders and assassins and casters. As for what that buff is, they get an extra shot in the charging stance, so more motivation to blow them up this time. Shame no crit. She would have been able to follow her up with her NP. Oh yeah. Oops. I should have known better than that. The whole reason I hesitated was that, but I remembered and somehow forgot the exact reason why I wasn't going to use that. In a span of about 5 seconds, and ended up like reflexively clicking the button. So yeah, don't do what I did if you happen to use your Jolter. Bugger all. I think this would be good for NP game. So the first buff was 3 hits of evade apiece, which is pretty nice. And the next buff is NP regen per turn. Now, Hokusai should be able to finish her off this turn before she even gets a chance to NP. RMP's AoE. Honestly, there's a chance with the rescue goal, if she's got this activated, that she can just tank the bloody thing because it's AoE and it's doing 50% reduced damage to her. But you have your invuln right here, regardless. Oh. We also have this, so there's just no way.
エイドックはさっきの恋の吹き流ししまって東海道東都長州野州美濃諸海道諸日みんな無事？そうならよかったまだまだ気をつけていきましょう
Oh, that's quite lovely. I never understand why it defaults. Why it doesn't default to the one you to a place. Oh, you can collect a prize here. Right. So this is why you really needed to save 100 of these coins. Or chips. So we could grab that. Couple weak Lancer mobs in this fight. I'm going to hope that there's some world where she... Okay. That is what we call the correct decision. That's the sure hit after it. Sharp as a bowling ball, that one. You know what? We'll let her kill it just for being so daft. And we've unlocked a new casino to play in. Alright, yeah, we need to go a little higher.
おえちゃん、めきめき腕を上げているようで何よりあの子が立派な剣士になれるよ。おっと、霧のおえちゃん、めきめき腕を上げているようで何より あの子が立派な剣士になれるよう応援してあげて。
Okay, let's check out the new casino. It's arches all the way through, so that means I'll get to have a little fun with lancers. Sure. Also, this one drops coins, so fortunately we don't have a coin boosting CE, but it also drops the minor drop over dice again, so we can't get a bit of a bonus from doing this. Nothing to write home about, but so the idea is we'll clear both tiers of this that are currently available, and then go back to Old Faithful for another run or two till we hit 70 mil, and then we'll be good to go, probably. This will be smoother than the other runs because she has a 50% battery, so that and insane in P-game if we use that. Moment though. Not too fussed about it. This is the low level quest after all. They're not going to be particularly threatening. Ah, 70% crit, not to be. Okay. Alright then. Ah, Gramps is looking on. I feel like we got particularly low drops from that run. Lower than usual. As you can see, we have new weeklies as well. Ah, it's that time again. Time for some apples. Okay, we should have some more impressive gain from this one than the last one.
私の出番ね。見てなさい。総合に決めるから。
じゃあまあぶちかますかね。
Should be in the opportune wordy.
ラセツとカスはでもな、行くわ。少しは優しくね。それね。厳しくいくわ。やるわ。そこ動くな。修羅になるわ。でもでもな、少しは優しくね。
Good opportunity for some game.
やるわ。そこ動くな。冥界の敵だよ。羅刹と化すわ。
行くぜ。
叩くわ。それね。
I should probably just use her attack up, honestly.
修羅になるわ。
Since I'm not worrying about MPing with her.
固く縛る。でもな、少しは優しくね。
Perhaps.
やるわ。やるのだわ。
Okay, I'm glad she low rolled there and didn't crit. Because I need. Oh no. Oh no. Wait, no. We're in good shape. We got it. We got just enough. Bugger all.
行くぜ。任せな。
それね。
As well, it's even with the 50% battery, we not get her MP in time. We had a good game first wave, and then it went kaput. Oh, that's lovely. I think he has one hit of evade left.
死の女神エルシケガルが命じます。いい度胸ね。気に入ったわ。
Sometimes 10% battery comes in very handy.
いいわ。
Be
私
surprising.
でもな、少しは優しくね。お願い、デスラムタイヤ。冥界の守りを知りなさい。これが私の空気がるイルカルだ。そこ動くな。逃がしはしないわ。我が炎で溺れ死になさい。決め台詞としてはいまいちか。
Yeah, so looks like we have to do one run in the Pharaoh Casino, and we should hit 70 mil easily off of that. And then we're in the home stretch of just doing a bunch of fights in a row, bunch of 5 AP fights in a row. This poor C's getting tossed all around, all over the place. Alright, we can switch back to this one now. There we go.
今日も特別な一日になりそうだぞ。また修羅になるわ。よっしゃ、ピョーンと叩くわ。吹き飛べ。
Ah, no crit. No. That was the crit. Not on what none we needed it on though. Okay, we take these.
ピョーンと叩くわ。そら来い。そらザブーンから修羅になるわ。
Oh, the crit would have been perfect. Would have been perfect.
よっしゃ、何の園だ。吹き飛べ。羅刹と化すわ。
And we just hope for an arts card here in the mid wave. No dice.
腕っこきさ。修羅になるわ。羅刹と化すわ。刻むわよ。覚悟はいい。あ、さて。三つ首の黒竜よ。世界を食らい尽くせ。
She has a decent chance of getting one next turn at least. We just hope this bloody ghost doesn't drain her.
エイロックはさっきの恋の吹き流し。しまって東海道東都長州和州南東海道一つ。
I was about to say. I was about to compose a strongly worded letter.
叩くわ。そら来い。よっしゃ。はっ。
Okay, what should you do it?
ただいま整理中。
Coins being quite stingy about spawning.
さあ、そら来い。来やがったな、水曜の大波。行くぞ、エヴァ。そらよっと。楽しいと思った。波乗りいただき。さあ、行くぞ。来やがったな、水曜の大波。行く
The
ぞ。
solo loop. Gotta love it.
正直な我が炎で溺れ死になさい。決め台詞としては
There we go. More caster gems. You can never have enough of those. I ran out of the blue ones on my main even. Bugger. There's just too many casters you have to level. I still have casters I need to level. Oh dear. We should complete this so we can actually move on.
さて、またお次の鉄火場で腕試しと
Now
腕試しついでにただ飯といこうか。
we have a slightly stall fight. This is unwinnable. but this is but just survive 5 turns, sort of thing. So if we want survival, you know what? Sure. So the enemy in this one is King Protea. She's an alter ego. As you can see, we're not allowed to have Hokusai in here. Sure. She's actually she's a very interesting unit. She's a complete beast, as you can see. She what does she do? Let's see. Let me think. So her fair skill gives a infinite growth regen buff, which gives her MP resistance up, as well as apparently increases her max HP. And for each stack of the growth, she has 8% MP damage resist to a max of 10 stacks. Both of those stack to 10 stacks. So each stack is 4000 HP. So she can give herself 40,000 extra HP over 10 turns, as well as up to 80% resistance to MP damage. Her second skill, she reduces all her skill cooldowns by 1. She's got an MP battery based on the amount of growth stacks, 20% per stack. So she just needs 5 stacks, and she can go from 0 to 100%. It eats her growth buffs in doing so. And she has monstrous strength, 3 turn, 40% attack up, 5 turn cooldown. She's got an AoE Buster MP that reduces her Buster up 20 to 60% depending on overcharge. And per growth, if she has any growth stacks active, add another 20% Buster up to that. So basically she becomes uber tanky, and she buffs her damage quite a bit. So as long as the enemy doesn't have ways of removing buffs, she's nigh unkillable. Probably is unkillable unless you muck up somehow.
了解です。厳しくいくわ。
But yeah, this is a survival fight, so
やるのだわ。
any damage you do is just going to be healed right up, unfortunately.
厳しくでもな。少しは優しくね。やるのだわ。動くな。頭の秘密ですよ。ドカンドカン。どうですか？厳しくいくわ。固く縛るわ。閉じ込めてあげる。そこ動かない。逃げちゃダメ。
Basically, a playstyle, if you have is now you get to control a raid boss instead of just fighting one. There you go.
死の女神エルシキガルが命 私まるわ飛びかけてあげる
そら
せーのわっははははザッパー食べちゃうぞアイラーバタキングサイズどうですか
Also,
いいどこ
how about we just heal for 3,000 each? Oops.
いいわ
呪いの
私まるわ
ご所望かい
お願いネスラムタイヤ冥界の守りを知りなさいこれが私の空気がイルカルだ
その心臓もらい受ける
そこ動かない逃げちゃダメドカンドカンドカンドカン私にかかればこんなものよまあマスターの指示が良かったっていうのもあるけどね
Okay, next. Well, it's at least starting in V, but it's not particularly going to help any. Guess we'll worry about that. Let's go ahead and swap her back in. Wait. Oops. Kuba. Actually, I'm going to keep her here because we might need the 20% battery. Maybe. It's a formidable backline we have. So this is, I think, 2 Lancers in the first wave. Well, Lancers in general in the first wave. And then the second wave is 2 Lancer mobs with a caster boss. So we're going to hope we can get some MP gain here. On shooting. That'll do. There we have both their MPs. Rider, not caster. I don't know why I said caster. That's a later fight. Oops. Spoilers.
あさて乗った
よろしゅうな。死にはったらよろしおす。戦士万行新天記録。
見事な采配です先輩
Upgraded MPs are very useful, as it turns out. Need the gold ones for Fushi. Need a lot of them for Fushi. Why are we so low on golden on rider monuments?
夏到来です
I feel like we should have gotten some
興味を
going
覚え
through
たのですが
Okeanos.
今までいくつくらいのかけらを
Probably just really unlucky. This is the fight I thought it was. Silly me. Thing about Da Vinci Lily. So she's
ああ白髪だねdaddy様
pretty much like a 5-star version of Summer Mordred in that she's AoE, easily looping arts rider. She just comes with some extra bells and whistles because again 5-star, and she's a lot newer. They buffed Summer Servants more often. I think they've done one, 2?
頑張ります
Let's see. They did Maid Altar. Of course, her buff was laughable. Like, it is a complete joke, just completely random, and it did nothing to affect her kit at all, really. Then they buffed Summer Martha, which is lovely because who doesn't love Martha? Gave her an MP buff. Looking forward to her getting rated up again. Definitely going to be rolling for her on this account. I already have Astraea all kitted out on the main, so it's a bit difficult to justify going for another bursty single target ruler when I already have the one that's the better of the two. Now, saying that though, Martha's still amazing. She's still one of the best 4-star units. It's just Astraea's stupidly insane. Hey, let's give a loopy arts crit unit 30% or 30 a 4-turn cooldown. Oh look, 30 crit stars instantly. Boom.
キラキラしてる
They won't be broken at all. Wait a minute. Let's see, he's not MLB'd. I feel like my life's been a lie.
バンバン祭
What was it all for?
だ乗った了解ですの園だバラボミやーふむふむお任せてせーの頭上中せーの狙いを定めて発射
Just enough.
Ah, とても楽しかったかも
Do I want to do that? I suppose.
シールドエフェクト発揮しますヤーゴテンの
Ready for this? 1% in B challenge. Oh, beautiful.
私の宝具ふむふむ
Random Hokusai says.
そう君たちはあらゆる困難を乗り越える
Very amusing.
その強さを今示そうユーティルジャーニーさあ行けるとこまで行ってみよう
Alright, she gave us a B challenge as well.
小さくてもやるときはやるものさ人間ってそういうものだろ
If you like Da Vinci Lily, no worries, you'll have a shot at it next year. Although, on Split Raid Up with... Well, I'm pretty sure you'll have a shot at it next year, on next anniversary. But she's going to be Split Raid Up with her and Castor Artoria. But frankly, that's not much of a bad thing, because Castor Artoria is pretty good. Okay, next up is a rematch against King Patea. However, there's a bit of a twist in that she won't attack. Okay, the fight ends when we kill the rider. The issue is the rider has infinite gut stacks, and the only way to remove them is to kill him 4 turns, a total of 4 different times over 4 turns. So we're going to work on doing that. Guess we'll use a little grounds here. We don't need this. Finally get a breakout Samushi. Seem to be losing my voice. I know. I know not much was lost, but still a bit of an inconvenience. So yeah, we will basically what happens is he has infinite guts, but he like shouts out about how amazing or stubborn he is every time you kill him and he revives, until King Patea finally gets annoyed and yells at him and he removes his buff, and then we knock him over the next 10 and we're good to go. It's pretty amusing. She's precious. She's another one I like quite a bit, and she's got a very unique play style. The issue is purely that.
受け負うエラ背中を押せどこだ
I haven't been able to find a decent. When a banners come out, as usual, it's difficult fitting in or justifying rolling for certain things. When my priority was strengthening the account to the fact that I can be like, hey, I really like this one. They're not going to break the world or something, but I really like this one, so I'll go grab them. As opposed to, oh, this uber meta thing. Try to split the difference in rolling purely for love and for actually helping my account the most I can. At least as I'm starting out. Of course, at this point, I'm on my main at least. I'm pretty far past the point of starting out, I'd say. So it's becoming closer and closer to time I can do just that.
めますか。キョーンと使おうか。海から攻めますか。ポンポコリン。そうだ。爽快に割れ。飛び台がある。飛び台がある。
Also a reminder, it's not take 4 stacks of guts off of him. It's kill him at least once per turn for 4 turns. And then she'll do this. And she won't actually use her MP. Her MP is basically her yelling at him, I guess you could say, which removes his guts. Then we can knock him over.
背中を押せ。
空から決めますか。
どこだ。
あれこれ。
Ouch. That was no good. I popping these for no bloody reason, honestly. There's no need to. We already have 2 MPs, and we can't get his. But and we're going to see hers in action.
お任せください。自在天眼。天狗が山にしかおらぬとでも思うたか。これが私の全力の水遊びです。天狗の羽打ちは新しな風。
And yes, it finishes the turn out, but fight's over now.
楽しかった。夏の海はいいものですね。
Get games. Peace instead of monument. Tis a shame. And now it's the point where we actually where we actually fight a proper sort of. It's still another gimmick, or I say fight a proper final fight. That's the word I'm looking for. We're forced to use Passion Lip here, and she will get a bonus hyper increased chance to inflict instant death. So I think you could put 2 and 2 together on what we need to do here. Just let her do all the work until she one-shots King Protea. Important thing to note about Passion Lip. So, Fit Skill, Damage Cut, and Debuff Immune. 3 ticks of Debuff Immune that lasts 5 turns. And this will have a 5-turn cooldown when it's maxed out. So that's very nice. This will obviously taunt, make them target her, and gives her a very large increase in defense during that turn. She's not got it upgraded either, fortunately. But here is an important skill. Very large attacker. Invuln Pierce for 3 turns. And increased chance to inflict instant death, as well as 1 turn of defense up. However, it will stun her for a turn, which will waste a turn of each of these effects and completely waste the defense. But remember, Debuff Immune always activate this before activating this. Do keep that in mind.
怖くても我慢できるから乗った海から攻めますかそら爽快に笑いメガトーン
Much damage.
空から決めますか海から攻めますかポンポコリン外しませんどうですかこうですかドカンドカン行きま
Passionate also has a Gorilla Buster deck, so triple Buster, one quick, one art, and she procced an instant kill. So she really does hit like a truck. She has an upgraded MP, skill upgrade. She's very good. I think she will get a raid up next year. I wouldn't swear to that. I think she gets a raid up when the CCC main interlude comes out. But I wouldn't swear to that. It is an interesting fight against Lambda Lilith. Or she's got a break bar. You're required to use Hokusai in the front line for this one, which makes sense. It's supposed to be a duel. Not a very sporting duel, I suppose. Also, I noticed this when I did this on my main earlier. It hurts. Where's your quality control? It hurts so much. To be fair, this game has a great deal of text. I'm shocked it doesn't have more typos than it does. To be sporting, I think we'll attempt to... Okay, if you break her health bar, she's going to lower the star drop rate of your units, as well as MP damage of your units, and she's going to make herself crit more. And buff her MP strength. So, do be prepared for that. On my main, I did something pretty cheeky with I actually did, well, Hokusai was the only one that attacked her, we'll put it that way. So it was kind of like a duel. Hokusai just had a bit of a cheerleading squad with double Tamamura and Waver. It was a lot of damage. We're going to save this because it would be an actual bloody waste. Alright, this is... yeah, we'll do that. Okita's MP gain is very nice.
逃げ場あるわけないじゃない。目を覚めて。
Ow.
修羅になるわ。
Yeah, see somebody triple MP somebody.
羅刹と化すわ。万々歳だ。
Not even story.
あ、さて
刻むはきらめく。覚悟はいいがよい。
イロコはさっきの声の吹き流ししまって東海道どうぞ少々わしをみんな東海道一つ
So it doesn't seem to be a particularly large MP damage down
うつつの夢の学校のおばきさ
that she puts on you. Yeah, you saw that, right? Next goal is 90 million QP, which is less of a jump up than what we had to go through the last time, because we had to go from like 32k, or 32 million rather, to 62 million. And we're going to have access to another slightly better farming spot. Which is another location.
ふと興味を覚えたのですが、今まで
Dragons.
いくつくらいのかけらを集めてきたのでしょうか。
触れ書きには目を通したかい。さてまたお次の鉄火場で腕試しと
Okay,
運
well,
試しついでにたらめしといこうか。
What is it doing? It's... Oh, right. And then the next one. So there's going... So if you've completed this particular Big Chance quest, then a second one's going to be available now. This one costs 2 million and rewards you 4. And then the next one costs 4 million and rewards you 8. Of course, still a bit skittish about actually trying it on this account just yet, because that's a lot of QP to potentially throw away if you muck up. Although we can definitely start acquiring the damage, see, so it doesn't particularly matter, I suppose.
ようこそカジノ
In
キャラ
fact, let's see,
ここは
we need 100 for
ラスベガ
this,
ス最高の社交場である
200
こと
for
を
that,
至
we
高
have
のショップでもある。
14 bloody
使う
hundreds.
のです。いえ、
What else are they
無
used
粋でした
for?
ね。
Seashells. We definitely need those. Wait a minute. We can actually get all of those.
それを何に
Let's
使
go
う
ahead and do
の
that.
です。いえ、無
Because I-
粋でしたね。
Because we can. And then probably, yeah, for the pieces. Of course, it's not so much the pieces that we need at the moment, it's the bloody monuments, specifically these. But, as you can see, we have, if I can scroll up here, we have 2 copies of this, so we need 400 for that, and then another 100 for that, so we need 500 of these bloody things. But at the very least, we have to keep a hold of 100 for this, because that's story progress. We are almost done with those 2 at least. Still have plenty of those. We actually may be, if you leave out the pieces, we may actually be pretty much done with those, funnily enough. Okay, let's take care of this quest. This is a fight against a massive ghost. There's about 250k HP. And he's a rider, which is unusual because usually the ghosties are assassins. So, I think that's a good assassin to take it down. Guess we'll use Grams. Get Dear Ushi back. And it should be fine. Maybe. We'll find out, I suppose. Massive ghosts, as the name would imply, are giant enemies, which means their attacks hit an AoE. Also, they have, just like their little cousins, the same MP drain ability. Typically, I don't know if this one does or not, but we shall see. Might as well use this. It's not like it's going to hurt anything. Get the cooldown rolling.
受け負った
空から決めますか。
背中を押せどこだ
爽快に
Grimes is going to destroy this thing with oh yeah, this AoE crits are the actual worst. Okay, that's his heal. Still kind of funny we got this buff so early as it compared to JP. How do I want to do this? It's unfortunate that she's so low level, that her HP is so low, and she's not a HP forward. She's not either forward. So even though she's taking half damage, she's still fairly squishy.
受け負った
空から決めますか。
どこだ
爽快に遊びがいがある。
Okay, I can't also
腕っこきさん。
I could have Brave Jane.
何のそ乗った。何のそのだ。あれれこれ。あれれこれ。そら。隅田神様。上質的な同志のごとく。遊びが違う。
The double crit. The troll. The actual troll.
羅刹とガスは。
No worries. We got Grams. He'd never let us down. Let's go ahead and do
修
this.
羅になるわ。それね、叩くわ。
受け負った どこだ
羅刹とガスは。
So yes, this one can't drain MP. Oh well, doesn't matter now.
あの
It's
金
all over but the crying.
首を出せ
We'll even do this just to really nettle you off.
選ん受けを選んだどこだでは死ね
Basically, this fight was sketchy because we're getting unlucky. We're getting a decent amount of Gramps cards.
決め台詞としてはいまいちか。
Wait, there's a ghost. Why would it count? There's a wild beast. Game? Game, are you drunk? Game, I think we need to talk about your problem with alcohol. What do I have access to? See, this would be fine, but no starting MP. It's alright, next year we'll get the 5-star ticket for the download campaign in about April or so. And we'll grab Waver unless he spooked us by then. And we'll have all the MP challenge we like. Here. Okay. I suppose we'll risk it. It's all there for the content, as it were. Make sure to switch here over. We want all the survivability we can get, so but not in it. Do we have anything that could contribute to survival? I'll take that as a no. How did this happen? I wish somebody would tell me how that happened. That's MP strength. Yeah, nothing worth looking at there. Okay, let's not be stupid here. Let's be as safe as we can possibly be. So, double answer, Berserker. Each of their...
戦闘です。指示を。
輝いてしまおうか
Okay, there's a summon MP.
発揮します。
We're to do this because we need as much charge as we can get, as quickly as we can get it.
いいですね。
Okay, blessed crit. Not the one I would have picked to have crit, but okay. Let's see. If you'll notice, they don't seem to do all that much damage. Now, from what I can tell, nothing has in-game or anything actually says this, but for some reason it feels like they do a lot less damage than they ought to. So I'm not sure what's up with that. Fortunately, he has protection from arrows, just like regular Ku does, which means it takes 3 attacks to actually be able to damage him. So we will take the opportunity to try and chain some more MP, if only a bit. See, this is the other issue. They get their MP pretty quickly, and you'd be in a pickle. Okay, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to MP Fion. Also going to do this. And I'm going to do that because next turn, these will be at 2 turns each, and I can reduce the cooldown, and she can get her MP. And she's going to blow them up. We just need to actually get to that point. As long as he doesn't evade again, that would be quite annoying. She kills me with the random noises, I swear. Now we MP Fion, because we hope to kill him. Doesn't look like it's going to happen, but oh, it's going to be close. Bugger. Okay, we're good. We're safe. So we just didn't want him to get his MP off, basically. But nah, he won't. The others we don't particularly care about. Yeah, because he's AoE, the Asterios' MP doesn't actually do any damage, although it's heavy buffs and debuffs, depending on who it is. So, if at all possible, we would very much like to kill him. And we should be able to. Yeah. We'll give her guts just in case. Oh. I somehow completely didn't notice that. She's still got all her buffs. What turn is it? 5? I guess it makes sense. This is the last turn of ours. Just in case. Oh, Kasai, you're actually killing me. Never in doubt. Ooh, 4 million QP from that. And now here's the... this one jumps up quite a bit difficulty-wise. Their health is over 100k higher, and there's a break bar Berserker Balls in there. Vlad, who once you break his health bar, he gets 10 turns of damage cut. That cuts 10,000 damage each turn. Oh, each hit. Again, for 10 turns. So, you know, that's fun. The one we just did isn't too difficult. If you've got a nice AoE saber and can buff them up nice, even without the damage Cs. But this one you really want the bloody damage Cs. You really do. We'll load off on it though, for now. And we will... So, next order of business is farming this node. This is our new farm node. Until the time gate ends in 2 days. Goal is to get 90 million. Now this node is mainly drops the chips. These little puppies. So if you have chip based Cs, make sure to grab those. I like how I bought that and I didn't even pick it up or bloody use it. I think I'd lose my head if it wasn't screwed on. We have a couple of summons, it looks like. Hopefully they have better luck than that one did. Hydra Dagger. Another C. Well, no luck this time. Let's go ahead and man up. Actually, come to think of it, how does that mana prism situation? Might as well grab those. HP foes. Now, if I can recall who I need to HP foe. I'm gonna grab that just to get it off the list. It's one mana prism. Might as well. Okay, now who do we... Okay, her, obviously. She's already partially done, right? It's... Well, that makes sense. She's a bit tankier now. Okay. Let's go to my main, swap that. Swap CEs back. Okay, should be good. We'll use one bronze fruit just so we can get a nice run in here. You know, wait a minute. Light bulb just went off. as playing cards. Right. Really is a shame that we haven't gotten the CE that boosts the chip drops yet. Let's go and swap this back. It's something we want to level. Atlas is really lovely in that regard, because it's perfectly usable at level 1, because the skills don't actually scale at all. So rank 1 or rank 10, it doesn't matter. They will each be the same efficacy that they either way. The only thing you're getting is 2 turns off the cooldowns. But the cooldowns for each of them is so bloody high. Like even at rank 10, they're 13 turns each. So the odds are not very high of you getting them back. Is the moral of the story here. You know, I saw someone on the fandom wiki who, okay, Soren, the current anniversary in JP, the 6th anniversary of the game, the buffs like they released are the rarity and class of the servants that are going to be getting anniversary buffs. And there's one 5-star Lancer, and a lot of people are really hoping it's a wretch. Now, that's because, well, she's a very popular character for one. People really adore her. But also because, similar to like Bride or Okita, people have this strange, not everyone of course, but a loud group of people are somehow convinced that she's not particularly good, which is nonsense. So, or whatever, if they want to make her even stronger, go ahead. So I'll be looking forward to seeing who they buff. Now, objectively, the 5-star Lancer that needs the buff the most is Lancer Autoria. Now, it's quite unlikely that they would buff her though, because they just buffed her earlier this year. But it was sort of like Maidalter's buff, and it was a pretty laughable buff that actually did nothing to help her. She's in dire need of an MP upgrade. That would help her a lot. Of course, they want to give a Rescue Girl an MP upgrade, which is, if they buffed her, would have to be what they did, because her skills are insane as it is. I mean, it's 50% Buster up per turn, 50% MP gauge per turn. That's insane. This has approximately all of the effects. All last 3 turns, increased defense, increased MP gain, increased HP, and as long as the effects are active when she uses her MP, she buffs the entire party's attack. She's got an invuln and a bunch of other stuff on here. So yeah, her skills are amazing. 6 nice cooldown for each of them. I saw someone say something about her cooldowns are really bad, and I don't get it. This much value out of the skills, you're lucky they're only 6. Very strange. We'll do this. We do need some MP gain, but it's not to be this time. struggling with the MP game.
行くわ
I was going to do that, fine. Let's do it now,
ってば今格好つけてるんだから
because we really need some MP game. It's quite dire.
叩くわそれね固く縛るわはっそこ動くな修羅になるわ
No one really likes Ku, it seems.
厳しくいくわ
Okay, there we go. There's some game, especially if it quit, but it didn't.
そこ動かない羅刹と化すわ固きびでもな少しは優しくね飛び込めてあげるやるのだわそこ動くな冥界の敵だよ
Oh, I'm not sure I've ever seen that particular model of Bicorn species before. Huh. I can't imagine how I wouldn't have. It's obviously a newer model. And it's not like I've missed an event, or I'm not caught up in the story. Maybe I have, and I just didn't pay attention. That's certainly possible. Let's say we have a little bus step on it.
ドイツ語の辞書を準備するわ
This is very overkill. Going triple bust here. Probably. Judging on how much damage she did to the Sphinx, though, we should be good here. She should very easily overkill this bugger. Nice 80% crit miss. We're used to those. You managed to scratch Ku. Congratulations. Now you have to hit him 3 more times before you can take another shot at him. Oh, he's gonna try. He's gonna give it his darndest. An actual trooper. Did we ever get another copy of Ku, or is he still the MP1? Tesla. Also known Dancing Coin. Feels bad. Nope, still MP1. That explains some things. Oh, if you're curious about who were buffed already, so first 2 buffs were revealed for 6th anniversary. Mozart, which was he didn't need a buff, and they gave him a strong buff, so now he's absolutely insane. But more and more, it's like, okay, he's a free art support that's really good, and now he's even more insane. Why can we not? But what? I mean, we have great buster supports in 1 to 3 stars, but again, no quick support. Why? Why do they not want to release a quick support for 1 to 3 stars? That's that and a good single target caster damage dealer are the big holes in 1 to 3 star units, honestly. Those are the biggest holes. MP gain, or MP battery, of course, is always a need, but like Asclepius has some, Shengong has some, Hans, Shakespeare does. They're slowly adding more units that have it. MASH, of course, has 20% targetable invuln with a 20% battery. So those are nice things. So that's the quest we'll be grinding for the foreseeable future for the next 2 days. Trying to get to 90 million, so 14 million more to go. Really not that bad, honestly. Guess we have another friend point summon. And Artoria Lily got a second buff. So she's already gotten her MP buffed, which is rare for a welfare. Although she's not a traditional welfare, as in you played an event and rewarded her. She became one, but originally she was given to people who basically played the game day one as a gift. And just, you know, Artoria's the face of the Fate franchise. So it's nice. Oh, all new players get her, even though this is a baby version of her. She doesn't look any different physically, but she's supposed to be a younger version of her. But unfortunately, she basically has 3-star types. No, she doesn't even have 3-star stats. Her stats are sort of in between a general 3-star and a 2-star stat-wise, but she counts as a 4-star for party cost reasons. So it's a bit frustrating. Of course, by this point, if you get to these kind of account levels, you're going to have so much team cost that doesn't particularly matter much unless you're full-blown whale and Leviathan or whatever, trying to have a team full of 5 stars of the way. But they gave her an MP bar upgrade that was a lot bigger of a damage upgrade than typical MP buffs give, which are already pretty substantial. So she actually does really good MP damage. The issue is actually getting the MP because she didn't have a battery and the like. So that was the buff here. They buffed her Instinct, which is a star bomb. So they standardized it. It generates 15 crit stars, and she gets 20% MP battery, which is quite helpful. And she gives herself a heal received buff up. So heals that get applied to her will juice her up even more. And her MP has a heal built in on it, so she heals herself a lot. So it's actually a really good buff. And she actually gets quite a bit out of the some of the other things that they introduced when it comes to strengthening your servants. Specifically, the unlockable passives, because she gets a lot out of the extra 20% battery she can unlock there. So they actually helped her a great deal. even if they didn't intend to help her quite that much. Because I'm certain the passive thing was a complete accident. That it just happened to really jive well with her. And with the buff she got. Now, unfortunately, there's no way for anyone new to acquire her until New Year's. And I think it's New Year's where she gets added to the friend point gacha. Now, she's very rare, unfortunately. It's kind of like Angra, in that it's a very rare thing to pop up. But I'd like to say she's not as rare as him, at least. So, because I have seen people actually get her. But hopefully you have good luck if you like her and can get her in some friend point roles. Like, friend point roles, they're not always going to be a struggle like this account is struggling with right now. Because as soon as a lottery event comes, because each lotto box gives a great deal of friend points, as long as you hit the boxes pretty hard, you're going to have hundreds upon hundreds of thousands of friend points. You'll get so much that you'll have enough to roll and get probably what you want of the general free units and have plenty left over if you hit the boxes hard enough. Debating going and swiping a free quest somewhere. Yeah, this is a higher level one. Also, I'd have to use an apple. Never mind. I'm going to use another apple to grab another same course to do one more roll. If it was a bonus roll, sure, but it's not. Alright, so that catches us up to the time gate for 2 days. Again, we'll be grinding this node for a while yet. So, till then, hope you enjoyed, and see you next time.